Okay, hi everyone. I don't know if you can hear me or what you can hear, but and we have nothing to view right now because we're running a bit late and everything is a little bit higgledy-piggledy. So you're seeing a
That was
fantastic
me on the
screen
bottom right of the screen.
of my OBS studio right now, and I do apologise for that. Let me just set up my broadcast on Xbox and we'll all be good to go. Hello, Supersonic!
What's up? That was me on the bottom right of the screen. That dude on there. No, that was one of the dudes. What was he? Project manager at Project Spark or something?
Yes, that was my brains escaped me. Which one was that? I didn't see. Oh, good. I think I am broadcasting, which will
Yeah,
help.
you're broadcasting.
Right. Okay. So I've got 101. I've got 101 things going on. I got absolutely no idea. I've got to get into Mixer now. Oh my goodness.
I think it looks good. Just there you go. Minus there you go. Good job. Yeah, but pretty much all you need to do is get a mixer. You'll be good.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see if I can find me.
If Mixer works, it usually doesn't work.
There I am.
Come on,
there
Microsoft.
We go. There we go. Right, we have something at least. We can go somewhere. Right. Okay. Sorry, I've got, like I say, 101. Sorry if there's lots of crackling. I've just noticed that with my microphone on, that intro is really hissy and horrible, but never mind. Never mind. So hopefully everybody can hear us. And sorry, that was a complete mess because you went AWOL and I couldn't find you.
That's okay. It's like all the OBS stuff is like a work in progress. You kind of like have to actually do it live to really test stuff. So it's kind of like testing while you're doing it. But once you get the hang of it, then it's still confusing. So good things to look forward to.
Right. Well, it looks as if you're having a fire sale at your house. I understand you're getting rid of practically everything.
Yep. Like, I don't know, I was looking around the room, I'm like, okay, I never use this, I never use that. And I already planned to sell, like, all my Masters of Universe stuff, so, like, I don't, and Sony has, like, a high value, like, the PS4 Pro has a high value, and so does their PSVR, but I expect better versions to come out. It's just insulting to me that they've had VR this long and they're still making us use that crappy camera and the crappy motion controller stuff. And it's just insulting.
Oh.
I mean, their VR is, it's just very, very limited. And I don't know, there's nothing on Sony that I care about or that I'm looking forward to, like, at all. That's, I mean, maybe Dreams will be cool, but I'm willing to take that chance for like $600.
So,
which is
yeah, well, it's a lot of money. All of these things are a lot of money. All these consoles are expensive things. Especially for an early adopter, they're going to be, top price.
exactly. Well, I mean, if I get back into it, I know that I'm just going to buy a base PS4 because the Pro doesn't do like anything extra like that I can see with my own eyes that the PS4 Pro does. Like I don't get it. And then they're probably just gonna have another PlayStation like in a year or two. So PS5 in like a year or two.
2020 is my understanding.
Yeah, 2019, 2020, one of them.
Yeah, probably 2020.
But I don't know if something happens, I'll just like because I expect them to release like a Pro Slim, and if something happens, I'll just get a used PS4 and just use PSVR or something. If Dreams does end up being good, but right now Um, I expect that game to be delayed a few more times, so I'm not really worried about it.
No. Well, if you think you can like get the money enough that you do what you want to do, and then you can buy a cheaper PS4 after, then fair enough. But
Exactly.
but it's like you love your VR. I was really surprised that you wanted to get rid of your VR stuff. You seem to be on it all the time.
Oh, I am. I still will be. The thing is, I have three VR headsets. I have the Windows mixed reality, which is kind of cool because you can do a lot of stuff with that. Then I have PSVR, which is like the most limited basic thing you can get. Then I have the Oculus Rift, which the Oculus Rift is just freaking amazing. So I'm just, I mean, you really just need one VR headset, and Oculus Rift pretty much trumps everything.
So that will work with other systems. You don't have to have the PS4 one for the PS4.
No, it won't work with that, but
Oh,
there's a chance it might work with the Xbox when they announce their VR. Like I know the mixed reality stuff will work, but those are
yeah.
always super cheap. They're like usually they have them on sale a lot for like 199 US dollars. So um,
Really? Crikey.
yeah, but I'm really hoping that they because they do a lot of deals with Valve and stuff. So I think I hopefully the Oculus will be compatible with the Xbox. It's my
Right.
fingers crossed. I don't expect it. If not, I'll just get another mixed reality thing
So Sony
because they're
decided
always cheap.
it's going to be proprietary software and hardware only for their system then, so you couldn't use anybody's. It had to be theirs.
Yep, that's so Sony.
Yeah.
That's
Uh,
that's how they roll.
yeah, that's pretty typical of everything, really.
Well, and even their games, like I'm just tired of them doing year exclusive this year, and they're doing this on VR now, and like VR needs to be like a whole. Everyone needs to work together on VR, like for it to succeed. And Sony is doing their timed year exclusive for this VR game, exclusive for this VR game. They're trying to lock people up or lock people down to with all these timed exclusives, and it's freaking annoying.
Hmm.
So I don't know that Sony just leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Well, yeah, but to be fair, Microsoft does the same with theirs, with their exclusive stuff as well. So,
they've kind of they've kind of chilled out on the timed exclusive stuff, though. I mean, even I don't really like Phil Spencer, but he's even said that it just makes no sense, which I kind of agree with him on that. Because I
yeah.
mean, it benefits nobody whatsoever.
Ah, well. I suppose they've got to make their money somehow because as gamers, we've got bottomless pockets that can fill their coffers. So,
Well, and that's another thing is like I'm tired of like all these subscriptions. Like get PSN now, get PSN Plus, get Xbox Live, get Game Pass, get Netflix, get Hulu, and like I'm just trimming down on everything. So
yeah. It's interesting though because I went the other way because we used to have Sky satellite television and we worked out that we weren't watching most of the channels. So we got rid of it and just went to subscription channels, Netflix and Amazon and Now TV, and we didn't need our Sky subscription for 1001 TV channels, so we've gone to
well, that, I
more
mean that's
subscriptions.
yeah. Well, that's understandable if you cut your cable that with a bunch of channels you don't need and just pick the ones you want.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the difference was the difference between we were paying like £90 a month, and we've reduced it down to uh, three subscriptions of £8 each. So,
Yeah,
so
there's
it's
a lot of
like
people doing that.
so it didn't make any sense. And but having said that, we've spent more money. I said we haven't actually saved anything because we've spent more money on games. Because what's happened is we're watching less television and playing more Xbox. So we didn't really save any money. But then we're doing stuff that we're enjoying more. So it's all good. It's all good. And I'm trying not to
Right.
spend money right now because it's like I've got my brother's wedding coming up, which is expensive. We've just been on holiday, spent the weekend seeing my family, and that was really expensive. So, which is why I'm a bit of a muddle today, because I've only just come back from holiday, and so you'll see when I show you my my God of War efforts that I really haven't had time, because I haven't been around. I've been in Devon, bed and breakfast, and I haven't had access to my Xbox or anything. So.
Oh no, that's not good.
No. So, as I've got it up, shall I show you what I've done for God of War? I had a look at the.
Wait 1 second. I want to host you on Mixer. Watch it on Mixer.
Okay.
I want to see if Mixer's working. I can't wait till they fix Mixer. Like, I want it to work so bad, because this controller share thing will be cool for sharing games on Project Spark, but Mixer just has issues.
Well, it's laggy, and that's, it can be very laggy. I tell you what's really interesting, the audio, when I play the YouTube video back, the audio's in sync with what I'm doing, but when I'm seeing it live, it's quite a few seconds behind the live feed.
Right.
So, but it is all okay and in sync. So, I just gotta continue and hope that it's fine and not laggy. So you on? Can you see?
Yep.
We don't appear to have any viewers, so hopefully they'll.
Okay.
You'll all be watching it in video mode rather than live mode, which is perfectly fine. So let's do this test then. Okay, so I've made my my God of War guy, and he's got a throwing axe that he can throw, and I can beat them up and they collapse into coal. I think in the game they're sort of like volcanic. They sort of.
Oh, nice. Hey, that looks like Kratos.
Just throw it away. I was quite pleased with the throwing axe, the boomerang axe that comes back to you. It's not quite the same as in the game, but this is Project Spark. You have to do what you can do.
You get the mechanic down. That's freaking awesome.
So there we go. And there's my God of War level. As I say, it's not as much as I would normally have done for the previous threads, but there we are. So here's our guy. I've put an asteroid on his shoulder and there's some clams.
Wait, you gotta have the little annoying kid in the game that shoots arrows.
Yeah, well, there he is.
Oh, you do have him. Nice. Very good.
He was there. He was shooting arrows.
Oh, cool.
Trying to get this red stripe on him is an annoying thing. I mean, using these clams is all very well and good, but they're a bit lumpy, and as he moves, you have a tendency to see great big lumps of clam and stuff, which isn't ideal. But when he's standing still, it's not bad.
Right.
When he's standing still, it looks okay. It's just when he's moving about, it's not so great. But hence Project Spark, that's what you have. That's all you can do. So and my zombies say they've got lots of attachments attached, so that when they die, they collapse into a pile of stones. Looks like coal because I make them black. So that's why they all look like that. So I just make things visible and invisible, and when they die, I'll just show you the code. Whee. So all of the attachments are invisible, and then when they go into their death animation, I've got a toggle of colour between black and red, so they sort of flash between black and red, and then I play some fire on them, and then I make all their attachments visible, and then I make my zombie invisible, and then all of my attachments, I put them in an object set. I make them all tumbling, and I detach them from the body, so they just collapse in a sort of pile of coal. And then
what's tumbling do?
Tumbling, that's the physics type, so that it's not fixed in a fixed position. If it had been fixed,
Gotcha.
they would have hovered in the air when you detach them. So to make them fall to the ground, you make the physics type tumbling, and then you detach everything and they just fall to the ground. And then there's a random number, and if that number is 4, then they will drop their sword, otherwise the sword will get destroyed. I also play falling rocks effects as well, just to give a little bit of something, and then I destroy all of the rocks after a 4-second timer. So your zombie is actually still in the world for 4 seconds after it looks as if you've destroyed it, because the rocks, the pile of rocks is still, your zombie is still there, but he's just invisible. I could have gone the whole way and made him non-collidable and all the rest of it, and I think if you're making the game proper, I think that's what you do. You'd make him invisible and non-collidable. So
Very nice.
he is there. So there we go. There's my God of War. This is the axe, and so when it bumps the enemies, it'll attach itself to their head, and then it will put a logic cube into the brain of whatever it hits, and that logic cube is this one over here. This creates this is the debuff freeze brain, which is a standard brain, timed frozen brain. So that's I just altered it slightly, but it's pretty much the same as the standard brain. Just creates a freeze
Wait, can
effect.
you go back to that? I didn't know you could actually stick a brain in the code like that.
What do you mean?
When you went to the debuff brain,
Yeah.
I want to see that line of code, how you did that.
This is a brain that I've created. Okay. Actually, this is a standard brain, but let's say I've created this brain. Right. So when you throw your axe, if whatever you throw your axe at has not got that brain inside it, then we add the brain to it. Add brain. So you can pop any brain into any creature or character or anything you like. Actually, you can add brains on the fly, so it changes the behaviour of whatever you want. And that's the best way of doing AI, by the way. So
What does that say? Add what?
add brain.
Oh, add brain. Okay. Like,
So this is adding code to the brain. You could also swap the brains, so you could change the brain completely. This is just added information, so we just add this code. It just adds it to the code that's already on page 1. Is basically what it does. So all of this information that's in this logic cube will be added to page 1 of that zombie, which is basically changes the colour of the zombie to a highlighted blue and puts a sparkle on him and changes his pace and that sort of thing. So that's
Awesome.
what that does. So yeah, no, adding brains to change behaviour is a really useful thing, but it's a sort of an advanced skill in Project Spark. I think the multi-brains are something that you do after you've got used to everything else, because it's a little bit to get your head around. It's simple once you've done the hard stuff, if that makes any sense. Once you've worked out how to do Project Spark, then you go into multi-brains and it will make sense to you. If you try to go into multi-brains really early on, you'll probably find it will bamboozle you. So it's a sort of an advanced skill. So to get your skills up first, and then attack the multi-brain tiles. I think is probably your best bet. I tried to make it look. There was a trailer thing. I tried to make my environment look a bit like the trailer, the gameplay that I saw, but yeah, it's not great. I didn't have much time.
I think it's good. It looks more fun than the real game.
It's a PlayStation 4 exclusive, isn't it? God of War.
Of course.
Yeah, which is why I'd never really known, because I've only had my PlayStation a short time and I haven't really played it. So my husband's.
It's weird because it's just like we've all played. Like a lot of people know what God of War is. We grew up on God of War. Like my deal with this game, I'm sure some people like this new style, but the game totally doesn't look like a God of War game like whatsoever. So they've changed everything. It looks like they made it very story focused. Like the guy,
Right.
we're all used to like jumping around and hacking and slashing and stuff on God of War, and you can't even jump in the game. So
Really? Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh okay. So they've changed the
So,
whole idea
it's-
of it. That's
yeah,
amazing.
it's just weird.
It's
I
a
don't
bit
know
like
what's
when they
going
made that Tomb Raider game, which was top-down, tiny little people running about. It's like, I don't want a top-down Tomb Raider game.
Right, yeah.
I'm not interested in a top-down Tomb Raider game. I don't want it. I mean, you wouldn't make Mario Kart into a hack and slash, so why are you, mucking about with genres like this?
They did that with Halo 2. They made it a top-down thing with Spartan Assault or whatever. I don't know. It's like taking Gears of War or something and making a side scroller.
Yeah,
To
exactly.
me,
It's crazy. But then again, is it simpler? Do you think it takes less time? I mean, it takes much less time to make a top-down adventure than it does to make a third-person or first-person adventure. Do you think you need more detail? Do you reckon for the other formats, and that's why they prefer to make these quickly? That might be it. It might be easier to do.
Could be.
It
I
could be.
don't know.
Well, I don't know.
I'm really curious to see what the reviews are going to be on this game. I mean, that's how much I don't care about a new God of War is coming out. I'm selling my Sony before it comes out.
Right.
I just don't care.
So, are you done any more on your ride for this week, or are we seeing anything from you today?
You can put it on mine real quick because I have a couple questions and ideas that I need you to help me with it.
Okay. So.
I haven't really added anything, but if you'll see what I'm talking about, like what I want you to help me with.
Okay. Are you streaming yet?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, let's find you then. Here we go. Oh, front and centre. Gosh, that's noisy.
It's noisy.
Yes. Let me turn down your water sound. That's quite noisy. You've got a waterfall going in the background.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Hold on, let me go to the horror ride. Freaking mixer is so laggy. Oh my god. Okay, so I'll show you what I have so far real quick. Because something... Like, I changed something at the end, and that's what I need help with. And I also need help with the flashlight thing.
Oh, the flashlight thing. Oh, God. Please don't ask me about the flashlights. I had a nightmare with trying to work that one out.
It's gonna take a minute to get to that point. That's the thing with the horror rides. I always have to ride all the way through it just to test one thing. I mean, I know I can change that, but...
Oh yeah, I always set a logic cube up that turns bits on and off as I need them. Set my
Yeah,
position for the start that I want, especially if it's a long game with, you need to be able to do that. Otherwise you get really fed up seeing the same thing over and over and over again.
I'm definitely gonna do that. At the beginning, it's not too bad, but once you know how long these horror rides are.
Oh yeah, well you're going to need it because it'll drive you nuts every time you want to test it. Trying to get to something that's 12 minutes in, you're not going to be very happy.
Come on, Freddy, attack me.
It's pretty simple to do. Just have your scenes set up and just turn them on and off. And set your position, your starting position, different place. But you really need to do it with that in mind when you start building it. To trying to retrofit that sort of thing is not generally a good idea. Oh, Mixer's suddenly frozen. Oh no, it's alright, it's come back.
Mixer's laggy as hell.
Yeah.
Okay, so after this first part, here's what I'm trying to do. Go through the smoke. I change it to where everything turns black and white, because if you ever see Night of the Living Dead, it's all black and white. So
Yeah.
this could be my Night of the Living Dead scene. So we're gonna have that brother and sister saying they're coming to get you, Barbara, and all that stuff. So what I want to do is go through a little scene and then have zombies come out. Then I want to end up in that cabin. Okay, so here's what I want to do. I gotta find it real quick. I want this cannon thing. Where is it?
It takes a few seconds for it to pop in. It's alright.
Okay. Is there a way to get this whole thing to move on a path?
Yeah.
Tell me how.
You just move it on a path.
But it's split up into different pieces.
Is it not all attached together?
No. Let me see. That's attached.
Okay, don't worry.
No. Does it chain mean it's attached or just it's
That's attached. That's
thing?
attached. That's attached to the base by the look of it. That's attached to the base. That's not attached. You can attach that to the base. That's attached to the base. See, that's all attached, right? Just attach that ring to the base if you need it. Do you need it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, attach that to your... No, not that way. Yeah, that's it. That way. Yeah, I think you've attached it. So if you move the base... now, it should...
What?
The base, that wooden base part. The base part. No, not that. That's the ring. I know, it's really difficult to grab bits. It's horrendous. Oh yeah, that's your assembly. That's your assembly, and that's what you would use to move. So that's where would you put your brain, in the base.
Okay, so when I want the camera to hit a certain spot, hold on, let me get a camera on path. I gotta get this flashlight thing down too.
I hate paths.
I love paths.
No, I absolutely hate them and I don't use them. If I can avoid it, I don't use them. Because I think they're horrible.
You can do so much with them though.
I know, I move all my cameras on transitions. I don't bother with the paths. Right.
Okay, so I want this thing to move on a path where I can spin it around and shoot stuff.
Right. Right, I'm not with you. So what you're trying to...
Okay, actually, I got a better idea. Instead of it moving on a path, I want, um, say when this camera gets to a certain point, it's gonna shut off, then I want this camera to last for maybe like a minute, shooting zombies trying to come in the cabin.
Okay. Okay. Well,
So basically, I need to, when this hits the end right here, I want to trigger this for like 1 minute, the cannon for 1 minute to where it can spin around and shoot doorways and stuff,
okay.
and windows and zombies and stuff.
Right. Okay, so I'm not familiar with the cannon. Which can you... Right, you're better off, I'm telling you now, to get yourself an empty world and build this as an assembly and then just pop it in your world.
Why is that?
Well, because you'll be able to test it, or do it at the front here, where you're running about now. Build it there, so that you don't have to go through all the bits and
Yeah,
pieces.
that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, alright, okay.
Wait, where'd my rock go? What the fuck?
You're at the back though, aren't you? You're not at the front.
Oh, you're totally right. Okay, I thought it was in the. I thought it was in the front of the thing. Okay.
No, I don't think so. This will explain why you can't see it. And now you've deleted it. You're gonna have to do all that again.
Going to the front. Okay.
Is that a detect zone trigger or a trigger zone trigger? Trigger zone, is it?
Yeah, it'll be so like when this camera, when one of the that camera in there, that's the black and white camera, when it hits this trigger.
Yeah.
So this will be the camera in the black and white thing when it gets to the, like the cabin. I want this to be activated for like 1 minute.
Okay.
And then deactivate it and start another
All right.
camera on a mover over here.
Alright.
So how we do, let's look inside these brains and you can see maybe.
So, right, that's worked on an interact, so you don't want that for a start off. Go down, go down. That's deactivating the player brains, don't worry about that. Oh no, go down, go down. Right, that's picking up your player, turning his brain on, so it's basically turning it into a vehicle. And then it goes to the controls. Okay. That's mounting your cannon. Which you don't have a player, do you?
No, so I'd have to change this to camera, wouldn't I? To that camera.
Not necessarily, no. Right, let's have a look. So the second page. So this is angle of your cannon and that's... See, what you've picked here is an interactive cannon that you control with your stick. Is that what you want?
Mm-hmm.
You want the player to be able to control it?
Yeah, for like maybe like a minute.
Alright. Okay. Right, that first page then, you haven't got a player, so you don't... This is pretty much unnecessary.
But I could do camera equals it, couldn't I?
Well, you could, but it'd be a bit weird. It wouldn't be necessary. It's not necessary. So once you've set this off, all you've got to do is power on. That's the only thing that you've got to do. So when camera hits the trigger, power on, switch to page 2. And that's all you need to do.
Erase all the crap.
You don't, because you haven't got a player, so you don't need it. All that is doing is deactivating the player brain and picking up the player, so that if you move, then you drop the player. That's what it's doing. But as you haven't got a player, you don't really need it.
So erase everything on here?
No, leave the top bit. Leave the top
Leave
bit.
the top.
Just the interacted. From the interacted bit. Just
switch page, shouldn't I?
You will need that, yeah.
Okay. I'm erasing this. I'm gonna paste that to keep it. This offset stuff, do I need that?
Yeah. Just in case. It might be used on page 2. I'm not 100% sure. I think it must be. You need to power on as well. Once power on. Under the once as a child line, I would. Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, do a child line?
Child line of the once, yeah. Power on, because I think that's...
On one side?
On the do side. Yeah. Okay, so once, right. So it says,
She's thinking.
When has power, switch page.
On child line? Or...
No, on the when on that switch page, just change that to has power. When has power. It's ridiculous this. I'm pointing at the screen and pointing at Tars, which of course you can't see me, which is totally ridiculous. Okay, so now you want it so that this will do all of this once that trigger zone is, or that path is finished, yeah?
Right.
So you need a line at the very, very top, a new line at the top before that once.
Okay.
No, before it. Before line number 1. Yeah. So when path is completed, so in will picker the path. When, yeah. In will picker that path.
Oops.
Path completed. Yeah, then put that once as a child line underneath that.
Oops.
That's
oh,
it.
wait.
That's it.
How do you do that?
That's it. You've done it. Oh, you haven't done it.
Crap.
What did you do?
Oh, no. I can't keep it there.
Push it over. What are you doing? That's it. Oh, what are you doing?
If I back out, though, it just goes back to the way it was.
Well, it shouldn't.
Yeah, if I press B right now, then it just goes boink, like that.
What? Well, that shouldn't happen. You've got to be able to indent that.
Here, I'll just copy it. Nope, that didn't work. What the fuck?
Can you indent anything? You can indent that.
Oh, wait, what'd I do? Okay, I got once.
Yeah, well, that's no good. Can you indent line 3 now?
No, it does that weird glitch. I mean, I can change stuff and copy and paste it, but I just can't move it over because once I back out of it, even if I move this all the way over here, if I press B to back out, it just goes back to the way it was.
Hang on, let me just see if that's something to do with... See, this is why I don't like using blooming paths. They're rubbish. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. How does that why... Oh, I need to stick a path in. Okay. When? Objects in world picker. Path. Oh, where did you... Oh, this is ridiculous. Told you I hated paths. Where did you get the path complete tile from?
I just searched it. I just searched path and it popped up.
No, I don't see why... I don't have a problem indenting anything. I don't know why you've got that bug. How are you indenting? Pressing the number, moving it with your left stick.
Oh, right when I press A on number 2, it just does this.
No.
Wait, if you can see it.
Right, okay. So, hang on. So, okay. So, you press... You press A, and then you get the arrows.
Right.
And then you move it with your left stick over. Then you press A again. How weird!
I mean, either way I move it, it doesn't do it. So, I mean, that's always happened to me. Like, what I just do is just copy-paste something if I need it.
Yeah, but that's not right. I don't know why that's doing that. It should... That's not right. That's not a bug in Project Spark, because I haven't got it. That's something unique to you. I don't...
I'm the lucky one.
I don't know why it is doing that. That makes no sense at all. Yeah, you can back out as well, can't you? It should stay there.
Yep. But see, I can just add a new child line and just copy paste stuff.
We'll copy that line 3 into line 2 then. No, you're copying tiles. Oh well, never mind. There you go. Stick you once in.
Then delete this stuff.
Yep, do that. There you go. But that is a weird little glitch you've got there.
It's nice, isn't it? I'm saving this page right here.
Yeah, you need that.
Oh,
you
wait,
just get rid of that once.
Okay, there we go.
Now you need your once back in.
How'd that disappear?
Yeah. At the top. Not there. That's it. Oh dear. I'm sure this is titillating and exciting for everybody watching.
On my YouTube, I just see it says someone's waiting, but I'm able to see it.
Well, we're live. It says we're live. We've been live for 45 minutes. So it's all good. Okay, so once the paths are complete, the power will go on, and then once the power is on, we're going to switch to the second page, and that is the cannon controls. Okay, so go down. Go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. Okay, so there's a button there. Wait a minute, go up. And B is pressed, or E is pressed, or owner is dead. Right, are you going to have a situation where they can die in your ride? Presumably not.
No.
So when B is pressed, you don't need the rest of it. You can take all that out.
I'll need this line though, don't I?
Yeah, you need that line. But the rest of it, you don't need it. Ah, no! No!
Oops, too late.
No!
Crap. I broke it.
Come out. Go back. Come out. Rewind.
That's what sucks if you mess up something in coding, you can't rewind.
You can? Go rewind it.
You can?
Yes! Rewind it now. That's it. Now go back in.
I didn't know you could rewind code.
Yeah, you can, but you probably rewound page 1 as well now. Because you went back... No, you're good. But you got back to that crappy once again.
I can fix that. Path complete once, what did we do? Oh, we copied this. We deleted all this, right?
Yeah, pop that in.
Pasted that.
Yeah, pasted that. There we go. Deleted that. Deleted that
Copied
once. Line 8. Delete line 8. There you go.
Oops. Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Page
right.
2.
Okay. Where it says B, when B is pressed. You want the B is pressed bit. Now go up. Right, you want when B is pressed, but you don't need the ORs. Those can come out. Yeah. Be brave, keep going. Okay, line 9, you don't need it. Line 10, you don't need it. What is now line 9, you don't need it. There you go. You don't need that is using keyboard shit either, because we've lost.
Keyboard shit. He's like, shit.
Well, you don't need it.
Get rid of this whole paragraph.
Unless you think for 1 minute that Microsoft are going to turn all of the servers back on and we've got access, then no, you don't need it. There you go. Okay. What's on page 3? That's the shooting code. Yeah, that's good. That's alright. I think that's okay. That's fine. Right. I'd try that now. See what that does.
How's it gonna trigger the cannon?
Hang on a minute. Well, oh, never mind. Doesn't matter. Gone.
Okay, here we go. Wait, I can't move my other camera. What the hell's going on? Hold on. I can't move my other camera for some reason. where you look around and stuff. Where's that rock?
That's the other one. That's the second one. But you hang on a minute. You've got your player. Right, stop, because that's not going to work because you've got your player activated.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so hang on. You've got it. What happened? That camera is moving along there when this is when the trigger is triggered. Yeah.
Yeah, when the guy hits this rock, it's gonna trigger this camera to.
Okay. Well then, stick your player next to that trigger, and then we'll see if it works. Right. Okay. There we go. So it's moving along. It's got to the end. And now what has happened?
Nothing.
Right, okay.
So it should be when this camera ends its path,
Yeah.
this should be activated
Yeah.
somehow.
Well, go back into the cannon. Right. Well, you haven't got it as a child line anymore.
What, the once?
No, the once has come out. It's not child line of that line anymore. It's got to be a child line of that line.
Son of a bitch. Hold on.
What the hell is going on with your code? That is just weird.
Like, this is how I usually have to do stuff.
There's something seriously wrong with your game. That shouldn't do that.
I don't need team equals 1, do I?
Yeah.
Team 1.
Yeah.
I do need it?
You do need it. Otherwise you can't shoot any zombies.
Oh, right. Yeah, I don't know why that does it, but it's freaking annoying. I don't have to deal with it too much, but every once in a while, sometimes.
Yeah, that's unique to you. I've never seen that. That's very bizarre. You sure it's not your controller? It's a bit weird. I don't know. I've never seen that.
Okay, so I can erase all this.
Right. Okay. Try
And
that
then I
again.
need to.
Try that again. Right. Just leave that.
I'll leave this line.
That's fine.
Here.
Just leave it. It's fine. Leave it. Doesn't matter. It doesn't do anything. Blank lines don't do a thing.
Come on, work.
Yeah, that camera's not being turned off, so we need to turn that camera off. What's the code in the camera that's on the path? On path complete.
Brain.
Yeah, we don't need that. That's fine. That's fine. We need that. Leave that. Leave that. Leave that. Leave that. Go down. Path complete on path. Deactivate brain trigger. Deactivate player. We want to deactivate the brain in the camera as well. So
Deactivate camera as well, probably. Let's try it.
you don't know. I think it's not turning the camera off is what's happening there. It's gone back to the player because it's activating the player.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
This is why I don't use an awful lot of pre-built assemblies, because they... Just take it out.
Right. Just take it out. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Work.
But I don't know if you've got that camera that's attached to the Canon working.
Oh yeah. I'll put activate that camera.
Mm-hmm.
Should I put it before this or does it matter?
It doesn't matter. Okay.
Son of a bitch.
No, I see. I don't, because I don't know. Hmm.
Let me look
Is this
inside
on? Is that the brain? Bombard candidate account not equal to 0. First player. I don't know what that does. Right, is the brain on in the Canon?
In the Canon, off.
Well, there. No, that's power. No, brain is active. No, it's the brain is on. Okay. And that brain is on.
It said true. Brain is active. True. Yes.
That brain is on, but the power is currently off. And what else does it say in its brain? What did it say in its brain? Code? When bombard current inventory count not equals 0. First person camera without controls. What turns on this damn camera?
It was when you, and it's still on. Oh, I know. Well, I don't know. When you press B, it activated it. Remember? But I don't see the B thing anymore. That's control. So it was when you press B, but when the path is completed, it should. That turns the cannon on, so we gotta figure. Where's the cannon? Wait, what's this?
When bombard count is anti-dead destroy. Right. Right.
The hell turns this on?
It's attached, but it's not power attached, is it?
I don't know. I don't know how to do that.
Oh, power attach it. Right, from the Canon, the actual Canon, yeah, to the camera. Yeah? And then, wait a minute, in the camera brain, has power. Let's see if we can child line. No. In its brain. Yeah, put an extra line in. No,
Child line or
you need to
parent
make
line?
that a child line. Line 1 needs to be a child line. Line 1 needs to be a child line. Right. Line 1 needs to be a
Oh,
child line.
can't
This
look.
is why it doesn't work on yours.
Hold on, I gotta wait. The first one needs to be a child line.
No, second one needs to be the child line of the first line, and that first line needs to have as power. No. No.
I have to because I can't
No.
indent it.
No.
I
You're
can't.
putting it in the do side.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Oh God. We're going to be here forever. You've got coffee and casuals.
Time is it?
It's 5 past.
Okay, yeah. Let's do the when side. We'll test it, then we'll end the stream.
Okay.
We'll get it
So
figured out.
when has power? We've got to learn not to do coding on the live stream because it's just too difficult.
I know. I thought it'd be easy, but it's kind of difficult.
Well, it's difficult because you've picked 2 assemblies that I'm not familiar with, and I don't know what they do. If we built it from scratch, we'd probably have had a better job. But because you're using 2 pre-built assemblies, it's not doing what we want it to do. It's not swapping to the other camera. You've got control of the Canon. It's just not swapping the cameras over. Because it's not turning that camera off and turning the other camera on. Personally, I would have destroyed the path and that would have sorted it, but...
I know an easier thing I could do, actually.
It's
well,
not.
maybe not.
It's not designed to do what you're trying to get it to do. That's the trouble.
I'll figure it out. So if you're making a cannon on a path, don't do what we said.
Well, it's not.
Here's a tutorial challenge for you for your channel.
I see. I'll be able to do it. If I just did it from scratch. But like I said, you're trying to Jerry built something out of something else. This is where it all goes a bit pear-shaped. It's not always a good idea to try and take some code and fiddle with it and try and get it to do something it's not meant to do. You're better off doing it from scratch quite often, because there's little things that you don't realise, you know. So
Exactly.
yeah. But maybe I will work on. I understand what you're trying to do, but maybe I can work on something for next week. But you'll have fixed it by then. You would have sorted it, so there'd be no needs.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out this week. I guarantee it.
Yeah, it's probably going to be something really, really simple. You just got to destroy the camera, and it will go to the other camera. But you see, you've got your player camera that you haven't turned off, but your player will already be turned off at this point. So that's why.
Mm-hmm.
It's because we're trying to build it not in its position and all sorts of stuff. So it's like nightmare. Oh well.
Exactly.
Never mind. So our stream then. Are we? Are you back on YouTube now, or has that all been sorted?
No, I still got my strike. Like, I'm on my second channel, but I'm worried that it's like the way I do Hangouts. I'm worried that I'm gonna get the same type of strike, because it's like you're doing a Hangouts and you're gonna set it up for an event that goes live, but you never actually go live. We're just doing it for voice stuff.
Right.
So, like, I was looking on my YouTube and it says there's still one that's live besides this one, so I gotta figure out how to stop those.
Oh dear. Oh well, we'll continue to do the streams on my channel from now on then, and I don't know what we're doing next week. I've got an idea.
For a few months.
I've got an idea. How are you at pixel art?
I haven't tried it, but I can try to do one. I'll make Zelda or something.
Yeah. So we'll have a go at doing some pixel art using squares and things in Project Spark and see if we can animate a few.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So,
yes, definitely.
Yeah, we'll do that next week. So we'll do something actual on stream, so we don't have to build anything before. That will save us a lot of time and bother. Okay, we'll do that. Right. So, as always, projectspark.co.uk, Lady Dex UK channel, lots of Project Spark stuff, and the Project Spark Team Club on Xbox. Please join if you're interested in Project Spark, even if you just want to watch what other people are making and you don't want to put stuff up yourself. It's still a lot of fun to watch everybody's amazing creations. So, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Danny.
Thank you.
And we will call it a day now. Thank you. And I don't know how to turn the stream off. Bye all.